You've abandoned me. Love don't live here anymore. Just a vacancy. Love don't live here anymore. Richard and Nancy, y'all. You've abandoned me. Love don't live here anymore. Doom, 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 doom. Slept with my daddy. Love don't live here anymore. What's up, y'all? This is Ty. How y'all doing? I am here to review what season is this? I gotta rely on my notes for everything. I am here to review season 6, episode 10 of Tyler Perry's soap opera comedy, The Oval. Soap opera comedy drama, The Oval. And the episode is titled The Breaking Point. And clearly Richard broke his point tonight, right? On that episode, he really broke his point. But before I get into that, I need to give a shout out to my lovely subscribers. Because listen, gotta thank all of my 4 million subscribers and billions of views. That's me speaking it into existence. Because that's what you gotta do. You gotta speak what you want. You gotta speak it into existence. So shout outs to all you lovely people. Shout outs to TG Shy Girl, P Bronson, Raindrop 8197, Calandra Antonelli, Lamont Simpson, CT NTG, Kryptonian Black, June BLC, Absolutely Fabulous by June, LaRonda Jackson, and the RC Kroger, and all of the rest of you wonderful people. Now listen, originally the song I was going to sing, which really didn't have nothing to do with the episode, but it was going to be my tribute to Dwayne Wiggins from Tony, from the R&B group Tony. I was going to pay homage to him. He passed away, so I was going to do, now I can't sleep at night without your 8x10 by my side. The day will come for us to be together. I'm not worried about a thing, not even stormy weather. Oh, it may be cold on the East Coast, but the other side of town, it never rains. That was my joint. Hey. Oh, it may be cold on the East Coast, but the other side of town, it never rains. It never rains in Southern California. Hey, they tell me it never rains in Southern California. Oh, my bad. Let's get back to this review. I do apologize. Y'all be like, this fool singing stuff, messing up songs, notes missing from songs. Let's get back to this review. Where were we? This is a mess. I know y'all gonna tear me up in the comments, but it never rains in Southern California. They tell me. All right. Wasted all that time. Look at all that time wasted. All right, let's get down to this review of Between the Fires, this episode here. I mean, what is it? I'm messing up. I'm jacking up. I'm saying the wrong things. Y'all bear with me. Y'all gonna tear me up in the comments. This is so unprofessional. All right, here we go. This is the breaking point. I said Between the Fire. This is the breaking point. So we see Nancy. Look, I know it's a mess. I do apologize. I know I'm crazy. I know. Nancy gets choked up by Richard. That's where we left off at the last episode. He's choking her out, so it picks up right there. He is choking this woman out, and Dale and Sharon are there, and he's like, he's so mad with her, and they're like, stop it, Mr. Richard, and then Dale tries to jump in, and he gets punched in the face, and then, Sharon's like, stop it, and then Richard is blaming her. You let this happen. She destroyed these pictures of Barry. What's wrong? This is pissing me off. Blah 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 blah. And I'm like, oh my goodness. Now Miss Nancy's pissed off. She's like, you put your hands on me. You going to jail now. You going to jail. He's still laying in the floor. She's like, you going to jail. He said, well, you do what you got to do. You sit right there. He said, I'm going to lay right here. So he like this. I'm going to just be right here. I was like, this is some crazy mess. He just sitting. I said, what is going on with this? And then Sharon says to Miss Nancy, Barry wouldn't want this. And she said, oh, please, you was shaking your ass over there for Kareem. I was like, yo, this is crazy. So that was that. And, Miss Nancy says she's going to get the police. Everything is destroyed. My thing is, this is my question. You're going to get the police, right, Miss Nancy, and get him arrested or whatever. You've already spent all the money. You don't seem to have a job. You blew the savings. With him in jail, he won't be working, so you really ain't going to have no money. So, yeah, that's pretty crazy. Then they go to Priscilla and Donald going upstairs to see Hunter, and Priscilla's like, you look a little nervous, son. You look a little nervous. He's like, nah, I ain't nervous. I got this. I'm good. I ain't nervous. Goes up there, and the guns are drawn. They got the red dots on them. And she's like, oh, wait a minute. Hunter told us to come up here. What are y'all doing? Agent Isaac, a.k.a., what do I call him? James Ingram ran over there, grabbed up Donald, threw him down to the ground, only to pick him back up and put him in the chair. And then he still got the guns drawn on him. And Hunter came out, and he was like, you betrayed me, and, you're no good. You're a snake. And, you were down with the first lady and all this other stuff. And Hunter says, what you think, I'm stupid? Because then Donald was trying to do these things like saying, oh, well, I'm on your side and this, that. And he said, you were helping them. Why'd you help them? I was trying to kill them. Why'd you help them? He said, no, that wasn't the way to do it. He said, you think I'm stupid? He said, well, you think I'm stupid? He said, first of all, when I would have killed them, if I would have got away with killing them, that would have been your job to clean the mess up. So this is how I know you ain't on my side, because you saved them. That's what he said. I said, Hunter kind of has a point there. And he said, Donald said, I was trying to, help you out, make you look good. He said, you can't help me look like what I already am, son. You can't do that. So he said, what? I think we should kill you. Then we had Crazy Jason come out, and he says, you know what? Matter of fact, I think we have you tied up, and we're going to give Jason a knife and let Jason have some fun with you for you being so dishonest. I said, now that's crazy. But I was like, I kind of like that idea. That might have been entertaining if they would have had him be tied up and let Jason carve him up like a Thanksgiving turkey or something. That might have been kind of entertaining. Or maybe that would have been, what y'all think, too much? Maybe too much. Maybe a bit too much. I don't know. But he says, Priscilla, go get the knife out the kitchen. She said, I will not. This is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. He said, you know what, you're right. I'm just messing with you. I'm going to keep my word. He said, but this is what I want. I want Donald to go downstairs and bring Eli up here to me, but have him come up here without security. He says, that's what I want. I want you to have him come up here. And I was like, that's crazy. So they go back downstairs, and Donald and Priscilla having a conversation. She said, oh, you okay? He's like, I'm fine. Trust me, I'm fine. They go downstairs. Victoria has a conversation. She stops Donald. She has a conversation. Now she's pissed off, and she's like, I want to go upstairs, this, that, and the third. But she says to him, he says, I got to go to Eli. She said, no, that Eli, I want him out. And she says, because the way he talked to me, he has to pay for talking to her, because she feels like nobody should talk to her any kind of way. But we learned that Victoria said to him, she says, listen, I don't really like Shaggy like that. This was her plan. Her plan was to seduce Eli, aka Shaggy, because I call him Shaggy. Seduce him and persuade him into fall and get him to fall in love with her and have him leave Simone, become the president, run for president again. I think she said run for president, and then she get with him and she be the first lady all over again. That was her plan. That's what she was saying. But lo and behold, they told her, listen, you can't come upstairs. You're not coming upstairs. That's not that. He wants Shaggy to come upstairs, and that's that. Then we have Sharon calling Sam, and she tells Sam, you need to come over here because Mr. Richard, he attacked Miss Nancy, and Sam said he was on his way. And then Sam says that, but then Sam is not on his way, because then we see Sam having a conversation with, who was that? Max. And they did this whole thing where they were in communication with Crazy Jason. And I said, I thought you just told her you was on your way. He ain't on his way because he's having a conversation. He's having a conversation with Crazy Jason. And that conversation really didn't get anywhere because they had to do it in a certain way where it was like, you know what? When we speak, if that light turns red, that means the line might be compromised. But, we got to get you and Sam talking. You and Sam, we got to get you and Crazy Jason talking. And Jason has a lot of respect for Sam. And he's like, am I in danger up here? But I thought Crazy Jason was bonding with his father, Hunter. But now he's on the phone with Sam, talking about, is he in danger? This and that, let me know. That was interesting. But of course, nothing went anywhere with that. So that was that. Then we had Lily and Alan, and Lily was drunk a few minutes ago. Now she seems to be a little bit sober, and she's having a conversation with Alan, and she was kind of alluding to him helping her get a gun and perhaps killing her husband. And I thought she was going to try to come on to him again and have sex with him or something. So their conversation was what it was. She was alluding to that, and let's have and he was like, it's not going to work, this, that, and the third. And she told him, she said, you're trapped here just like I'm trapped here. You think that he convinced you to stay. He actually manipulated you into staying here. And she's actually right. Lily is absolutely right about that. Then we see a scene with Victoria and Bobby. And she's, going through her little teasing and flirting and whatever. And then she's trying to get him to take her upstairs. And he says, no, ma'am, absolutely not. I can't take you upstairs. Why she want to go upstairs so bad? Don't she know Hunter want to kill her? The man just hung you, which I still hated that scene. But the man just hung you. Why you want to go upstairs? What is that about? So that was that. What else happened? Then we have Nancy. No, we had Sharon and Dale having a conversation, and he's talking about, why are they like this? It was a real stupid conversation to me. He's like, why are they like this? And hello, there's been a murder. She was sleeping with his father. There was a murder. What do y'all expect? And she's like, well, he's not. And then Sharon was saying stupid stuff. Oh, he's not normally like that. They're both just grieving. Excuse me. Not only are they grieving, there's been a murder. He murdered his own daddy, who was sleeping with his wife. What do you mean they're grieving? There's more than grief going on. There's a whole lot of madness going on. I don't know. And then Miss Nancy's trying to call the police, and Sharon is like, look, I'm hiding her phone. I'm not going to call the police. And then she said, well, Sharon, let me see your phone. And Sharon was like, I already called the police for you. And she's like, okay, because when they get here, he going to jail. And apparently they still bickering. And I was like, this is stupid. They were giving me a headache. I thought all of that was stupid. And again, with you having Richard going to jail, what are you going to do, Miss Nancy, if all the finances have been spent, the pension, the savings, of this and that? You need this man to still work. Now, last week you was threatening him, saying, if you don't go along with and continue to pay the mortgage, I'm going to call the cops on you. You're going to go to jail for killing your daddy. Now he put his hands on you. Now you're like, you're a wife beater and this and that. Now you're going to jail. what are you going to do about money and the mortgage, ma'am? It doesn't make no sense. And then she said to Richard, you put your hands on me. He said, and you put your hands on my daddy. She said, that's not all I put on your daddy. Now see, is she remorseful or not? Because that was a whole line. But is she remorseful or not? What was funny, but what was that? I was like, come on, that was crazy. So then we go to Simone, Eli. Who else was in that? What's her name? Priscilla. So they're like, where is Donald? So Donald had stopped off after talking to Victoria. He stopped off to speak to Kyle, and he was telling Kyle about, the guy's crazy. He wanted Jason to carve me up, this and that, but I got a plan, and we gonna stick to the plan. We gotta play. Just trust me on this. I got this. So that was their conversation. Now Simone is over here with, and I have to agree with her. She's over here with Eli, and she's like, "Listen, where's his? He got time to talk to his little boyfriend and all this? This is a crisis going on." And Eli kept telling her, be quiet, calm down. But she actually was making a lot of points. She said, you want me to calm down? And this man was having sex on the desk with Kyle. Did you even clean the desk? And he's like, don't say this in front of Priscilla. She's like, I'm sure Priscilla knows about all of this. So then Donald comes in, and Donald was telling Eli what he wants. He wants you to come upstairs. And Eli's like, absolutely not. I'm not coming up there. And that was smart. I wouldn't have gone up there either. He said, he tried to kill me. I'm not coming up there. And so he said, you know what? Let's call him. Because he said, this is what I'm going to do. If he does not come downstairs, I'm calling National Guard. They're coming in here in the morning, and we're going to get him up out of here. And they're like, no, this is bad for press. All of that was crazy. But he said, look, that's what I'm going to do. And Donald was like, no. He said, call him. I said, call him now. So he calls him. Him and Hunter and Eli have this conversation. And Hunter's like, oh, buddy, you don't want to come upstairs? And Eli's like, listen, I'm not coming upstairs. You tried to kill me. He said, oh, you're scared, huh, Shaggy? You're scared. And he said, what is it you're trying to do? He said, I'm going to have the National Guard come. He said, okay, do what you got to do. First Shaggy would tell him, come on down, Hunter, come down. And Hunter was being sarcastic. Oh, yes, I'll be right down, and I'll drop our weapons, and I'll do that. Then he said, go F yourself. I thought that was hilarious. So basically, they're at a standstill. He says, I'm not coming downstairs. But she said, I want to do F your wife like you F mine. And now Eli is acting like, oh, what are you talking about? I have no idea. But then this is the thing I didn't like with Eli. He kept getting annoyed with Simone and had Simone dismissed. But what she was saying actually was making sense. But Eli's, that's why I call him Shaggy. He's a wimp. He's an idiot. So then we finally get back to the final scene of this episode. We go to back to Miss Nancy and Richard's house. And Sam is finally over there because he finally gets there. And he's like, oh my goodness, look at this mess. And then they were like, they've been fighting all day. Can you speak to them? And Miss Nancy comes down, and they're just bickering and all this. I want him to go to jail. He going to jail. She's like, so Sam says, Nancy, your father was mugged, and that's that. That's the story. How are you going to pull mugged? He was mugged, like on the street. They found him in the house. I guess you're saying they came in and mugged him in the house. Maybe that's what he's saying. And she's like, oh, no, we're not going with that story. She said, and you Secret Service, you can't arrest him. So she's saying all this. She wants him arrested. And she says, and Sharon, I know that you did not call the cops. So I'm called again. And the next the cops are there. And they're like, the cops are here. And the cops come in. And she's like, that man, he put his hands on me. And he stabbed his father. And Sam says he's Secret Service, and the cop was like, may I ask you why you're here? Hold on. Is it me? The cops going to talk to Secret Service like that? Ain't Secret Service a little up there in the chain of command? Excuse me, I'm Secret Service. What do you mean? May I ask why you're here? So then they end up arresting Richard, and that's how the episode ends. And now we're going to see, I guess we have no choice. Got to wait till next week to see what's going to happen with all that. Not much going on in this episode. Again, where is the action? Where's the action? What did y'all think about this episode? It was okay for me. But, you know, I like it when it's over the top and crazy. There should have been some fight scenes. I don't know. I wanted somebody to do something. But that's that. Tell me your thoughts. I still say my biggest takeaway on this, can we get this standoff completed? How we're dragging this thing now? I need that. I need this. Let's put somebody in power. Let's get this stuff over with. But this thing with Miss Nancy and this getting Richard arrested just is the dumbest thing ever, because this hurts her the most. Because you blew all the money, you did all that stuff, and I'm not understanding. Now she's just so fed up with him, and then that whole standoff they had where he called her a stupid bitch or something like that. She's like, call me a bitch again. I'm like, these characters, I don't know. But that's it. That's all I have for now. Thank you for watching. I will catch you all in the next video. Like I said, stay in prayer. Let's stay positive. Let's speak positive affirmations, speak life, speak great things. Ask for what you want, speak it upon yourself and for others as well. Let's do that. Let's keep the atmosphere positive and good. That's it. That's all. That was in my heart. That's how it came out. I know this review is like, it's a little bit all over the place, especially how it started, but that's it. Thank you for watching. I will see you all in the next video.